Well, last video was me, Danny and Harley, but we planned on fishing a couple of other marks, but a lot of things were against it, so we ended up coming home early. We had planned coming this trip, but Danny's away to Turkey, so we're going up for the bank holiday. Gonna have a few days, aren't we?
Yeah.
Harley's gonna see if he can get a pollock big on £5–6 pound. That's his aim. Hopefully double figured spur dog. That's what I'm aiming anyways. We are going to be fishing over, I think, 3 days. Wouldn't be a trip if we didn't go to Nice Point when we're going there, won't we? But there is another mark which I'm going to try. I don't think anyone really fishes it, to be fair, so fingers crossed that it'll produce some fish. It's always nice to get onto a new mark that you've never fished and no information about. So we've literally got 5 hours. We're going to stop at Loch Lochy, get my head down, and then travel the rest to the new mark in the morning. So we'll see you for part 2. Right, like our plan was meant to be fish a mark which we've never ever tried, never even heard of. I've had it plotted on my maps for a long time. Tried it, but well, met with 35–40 mile an hour winds with rain, heavy rain. So we fished it for a couple hours and we're getting bites, weren't we?
Yeah. Bites every chuck, but really it's just getting snagged on the pots in front and the rocks.
There was pots in front of her. Well, there were spur dogs. Well, I think they were anyways, getting them on. And then as soon as we had them on, bring them in, they were just getting stuck straight away. And there was a couple of pots to the left and all. Well, it was a mixture of pots and rough ground. Losing leaders after leaders after leaders. I thought it's unfair, so it was unfishable. And I couldn't get no video footage because of the weather, and as you can see, it's a bit doom and gloomy here. So we've come to Armadale pier, which is only about 40 minutes away from the other mark we tried. So it's a well-known mark. We've had a lot of fish from here over the years. Spur dogs were main, and skate. Obviously, everyone knows to get skate off here. But Harley's tried for some mackerel and got one out. So the fresh bait for you later on, won't you? How you done? So we'll keep you updated. Alright, I thought I'd just quickly talk you through what I do I mean, a lot of anglers do obviously, but when you're fishing for spur dogs and thornies and skates and taupe, always make sure your drag set on the reel. It's simple, but the amount of people who forgot myself. I've had decent thornies where I've never had the drag set, and it's off pulled my rod in, like, or like pulled it off the rod rest. Spur dogs and all, I'm going for a good run, you know, taupe obviously and skate. Just make sure the drag set. Not too much though, so it doesn't let too much line out because of the tide or wind, just enough so there's a bit, you see the contact on the top of your rod. Like, if it was deep water, I'd what you call mend your line. I'd obviously cast out, let it sink, you'll feel it hit the bottom. As soon as it hit the bottom, you would mend your line. With these glass tip rods now, you can watch your tip and it'll bounce and bounce and bounce. And if you cast, say you cast it to the left and it's to the right, you'll see your line move where you had casted, and you'll eventually to where you had casted, and your line will be tight and the rod will be over, and it's direct contact with your rig. I've just got a 40-pound braid on with a tapered mono leader. The braid's 40 pound and the tapered leader's 20 to 80 pound. Kayak stuff. The reels, Power Aero from Shimano. Brilliant reels, like, they're just lush to use, like. And I've got a 103 pound Berkeley Whiplash on the 14,000 Saragossa, I think that one is the 14,000, and that's paid onto the T900 from Century. I've got a Graphex, the Bane's got the Graphex Tip Tornado Sort of Match LD, and I've got the Fireblade 1348 for this session. Fingers crossed, I might showing this darkness comes in here. It's not normally a prolific mark, but when there's fish here, you know, you do get some nice ones, like some nice spur dogs. First ever cast I had off this pier once. Into a skate. With a skate there, everyone has a skate there. So. Right, we'll make some eat and have a cup of tea. Hopefully may or hardly I'm back with some fish. Hey, just a little bit about the rigs for tonight. Plain simple pulley. About 6-foot pulley by the time it's pulled right down, like. It's just got a 4-row Cato hook on, along with the Seaglow tubing, and that's armed with a bit of paper clip. Just paper clip trick again. So the snood itself's a 130 pound wire. It's see if I get it. Yeah. It's 130 pound rotting or lotong or something it's called. That's all I use for the spur dogs now. Have done for the past year and a bit now. Never had no issues, never been bit off or anything with them, so that's all I use. But the main body itself's always use 150 pound like when I'm up here. So just literally punch the paper clip into the mackerel. Bit of light Seaglow thread and all. Just wrap around nicely. I've got some octopus withers, like, which works well and all. But I think this wind's going to pick up here. I think it's going to pick up to 30 mile an hour by about 10 o'clock tonight. It's not looking good, like. But that's part and parcel of fishing Isle of Skye. Nice little mackerel bait there. hopefully a spare or Thorny will pick it up. We'll get that sent out. I mean, look at that view, man. Absolutely stunning. Not much happening at the minute. Darkness is here now, so hopefully the spur dogs might appear. But I thought I'd show you this. It's a sea glow tubing. As you can see in my hand, I haven't charged it yet, so I'll charge it. These are really bright, really bright. I rate them like I think they'll be brilliant for the likes of whiting and scratching and stuff, and you can cut them to any size you want really, but I like using them for spur dogs and stuff. And look at that, how bright that is. Absolutely fantastic, like. So hopefully it'll try to spur. Yeah.
Oh, you see the speed down. Look at that.
Right, the only catch I've had up to now is this huge starfish. You know, Ollie's been getting a bite like. I don't think it's anything decent, like I think it's just small coalies like, or small pollock. Couple of casts he's been getting them like, but I've never really had out like don't touch anything like, so gonna get this starfish back, get rebaited up, and I think we're gonna have one more cast like. Been a poor night, but the weather hasn't been the best, so it's been brutal to be honest. Just obviously sitting in the van away from the wind, it's obviously sheltering where they, so I think Harley's going to reel his in now, and we'll rebait up and have one more cast. Tomorrow I think we're going to try a new mark again. I'm thinking somewhere in Loch Arbit, so we'll if we get a fish we'll come on camera like before tomorrow.
Hi guys, just woke up. we'll grab some cereal and hit the road.
Yeah, we've got an hour drive. We're going to try a different mark today. Again, the weather isn't looking good for like. It isn't going to be a good weekend. Up and now the video work's going to be terrible like, but can it be helped? We're gonna, like you say, Harley says we're gonna have some cereal, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think we've got 4 marks we could choose from. Winds blowing strong northerly. It's like 30-mile-an-hour winds. So we've got 4 marks in mind. We're gonna have a look at them all, and we're gonna see which one we fancy. So one of these marks we've got to produce. I mean, the mark yesterday would have produced, but we kept on getting snagged and losing leaders. So hopefully the weather is going to be a bit better tomorrow, and you'll see some fish on camera tomorrow. If not today. Fingers crossed, eh?
Fingers crossed.
Right, I'm gonna get the kettle on, I'm gonna have some cereal, I'm gonna crack on. Well, today, well, obviously after pollock, maybe it's a rat. Tried a few of the marks, but that wind was terrible. Like, so we've actually come off the island on the mainland just to get out the wind. It's because blowing northerly, so wait, it's blowing in every direction, but it seems to be quite decent here. So we're just going to try some razor claws with a single hook on the bottom. Always take the treble off. Less chance of getting stuck, and I think the hooks fish better and all. So I think it's 40 grams, this one is. So it's pretty deep water, so you want the lure to get down like. It's about 30-40 metres deep. But I'm going to maybe try some jellies after, if we don't get anything. So I'll give it a bash.
Around the corner, see if you.
Uh,
I'll go around the corner, see if you want to around the corner. May as well try.
Come on. Had a fish on. Come on. It's only small. It's only small. It's only small.
I was waiting for you to be finished so we could do a video, and I didn't want to get tangled in you to ruin the cinema.
Pretty close, and I'm going to put some decided to try and use a weedless lure. I went for pink because it makes the boys wink. Harley's got a dull coloured lure on, so I've got a bright one, he's got a dull one. Give it a go, see what's about. So, not looking promising though, is it?
No.
Tried for a good hour on the metals, absolutely nothing, so I can only try.
So we've been spinning for like the past 3 hours, would you say that?
Yeah, about 3 hours.
Dad's had 2-3 takes and I've had none. So since the spinning hasn't been prolific, we're going to change to going for the little mini species. Knocked up this homemade rig with the salami worm. So yeah, hopefully it works. So we didn't really have much on the Musami worms, so as soon as I talk. Oh, it's down there, isn't it? I'm getting that like down there.
Come
There.
Hey, decided to use a little 7-gram rod, catching little species down the side. Fishing's been pants like, so just passing the time. Small pouting or poor cod. Great fun on a small rod though. So, it's using a small lead and a small, it's a size 8 or something of A little bit of mackerel on the bottom. The rod I bought in lockdown, the H2O rockfish rod. Bit of a story behind it. I'll maybe tell you on the next video, like. So something to do. Fishing is absolutely fast, like. See if we can get different species. We can only get pound at the minute. And small black cod. Just about to get the drone up with some footage today, but started to drizzle down a bit there. The weather doesn't know what to do with itself. But fingers crossed, we'll get some decent footage tomorrow. And get some fish. That's the thing with Scotland though and Skye. You really swallow people up and spit them out like. A few times I've been up here and had blanks, but also had some exceptional fishing up here and all. It's just fishing in it. But them northerly winds do not help at all.
I was just standing there waiting for a bite, and this fella came along. Oop, and I just dropped him again.
In the water?
Yeah.
Tell the camera what you've done.
So, I've dropped it inside this rock pool. You can see it. I might be able to get it out, I don't know. We'll see.
Loads of these. I was trying down the side with some mackerel, and this hit like a steam train. It's a little female cuckoo wrasse. Let's put him back. Well, that's the end of our session for the day. We tried for pollock. Absolutely no air was it? Was poor like. So we went down to light stuff. Used the Asami worms that we had stashed in my bag. Been there for years, to be honest. Got a couple of knocks on them, but we never actually landed anything. So I quickly went in the van and got some mackerel. They were absolutely hammered, the poor cod and the pouting.
Yeah. There's hundreds of them.
What else did you have? You had a
poor cod and pouting, that was it?
No, you had a cuckoo wrasse.
Oh yeah.
Nice cuckoo wrasse and all. So, bit of a boring video this one, but hopefully part 3 won't be. We've travelled to East Point. Weather's looking better now, as we had to come off the island before. Honestly, it was horrendous. The whole island was horrendous, but it was forecast to drop. It's like nearly 9 o'clock now, so we're gonna go get some chips. We're gonna put some chips on the gourmet, have them, sort of gear out, and we're up early tomorrow. So stay tuned, folks.